Welcome everyone to Superfriends episode 60. This is a pretty big episode actually, that even though we don't really have like too many news topics, this isn't going to be like a 2-hour special or anything, but pretty monumental, I guess, to get to 60 episodes. Pretty cool.
It's the new 35 is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
We're 5 episodes away from Social Security. Things are looking up.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yes.
Going to be getting those checks
tonight,
pretty soon.
Yeah, tonight I'm joined with, obviously, Mr. Yellow Lantern Lurk. How are you doing?
Doing okay. Pretty sick right now, but I'm toughing through.
You're on that NyQuil, right? Which means we're going to get some fun Lucal tonight.
Yeah, we'll be getting some After Dark tonight.
You're on lean right now.
I'm on what?
On the lean.
Yeah, he's drinking some lean right now.
Just mix your NyQuil with your Sprite. Kids, don't do that. Actually,
that's bad.
Yeah. Don't do that.
Yeah, we're telling you we're telling you about it so that you don't do it.
Don't do as I say or as I do. Let's just take.
But if you do it, tell us how it was.
Oh, I mean, I could tell you, but we're just not gonna. We're moving on.
No, that is good, actually. To get like a big bottle of the liquid NyQuil and mix it with like a Fanta or something, or
let's just Jesus. I feel like we're gonna be like Mad is gonna come after us. It's shut down Superfriends.
Let them come. Let us
Them fight.
Yeah. Also, CJ is here tonight. What's up?
Oh, it's so great to finally be on the podcast.
Cracking.
I'd like to take a moment to shout out Disciple of Fear, who feels like nobody else on the podcast acknowledges its existence. I just did, so hopefully you feel acknowledged.
You do in fact exist.
You do. And not just to the other Yellow Lantern running around our podcast. But,
yeah.
Oh well.
Wait, the other Yellow Lantern. Who's that?
Oh no, sorry. I was kind of thinking the other Yellow Lantern here, but
okay.
I guess we could say the other Lantern fan, because I know Disciple of Fear is a huge Green Lantern guy.
Of course. With a name like that, how could he not be? Guys, I actually have something to say. I've got something to confess. Can I?
What that is, player?
Can I get that off my chest?
It's a safe place.
This episode is brought to you by Loot Crate. Yes, Loot Crate. It's this amazing subscription service. You can get 10% off any subscription. Like we're talking the 3-month, the 6-month, the 12-month. It's a great gift to give.
The life subscription.
I know. I think this month's theme is Revolution. I don't know if you can get this month's box anymore, but it had stuff from Firefly in it, stuff from Assassin's Creed. All those goodies. I think it's a great holiday gift to give the nerd in your life, or maybe if you're the nerd in your life, then treat yourself. But all you got to do is use our exclusive link, www.trylootcrate.com/hybrid-network. Again, that's www.trylootcrate.com/hybrid-network. And once you're there, use the promo code BRIDGE10, 10% off any subscription. It's an amazing deal. It's already worth more than you'd pay for it, and you can get it even cheaper, so try that out. Courtesy of us and Loot Crate. Yeah. Fun stuff.
Yeah, you can the cutoff for that one is actually the 19th, so they still have time to get it.
You've got 2 days when this comes out. It's a great gift idea, especially if you know a Firefly fan or an Assassin's Creed fan. I think it's fantastic. But thank you guys for letting me confess.
Yeah. Also, in that box, there's supposed to be a Funko that's never been molded or something, like a new one. Yeah.
Wow.
It's never been molded.
So maybe Michael's going to give us some money if he's going to click on our link, use the promo code, help us out.
You mean never been molded? I was going to say, is it just a drawing of a Funko?
Yes.
Like, is this the blueprint for a future Funko that you won't receive?
We're not done
Funko
with plugs,
Bernard.
by the way. This episode is actually brought to you by Absolute Vodka. I'm drinking Mandarin ginger ale vodka right now. So it's pretty good.
Like this is going to be like
this episode is brought to you by water. It makes up our earth, and it makes up your body. So get it in you.
This episode is brought to you by Jump Cuts, because we're going to have like a little like side run scene here of like the VP at Absolute Vodka like getting an urgent memo that some podcast is claiming that they're sponsored by Absolute Vodka.
Shut them down.
Shut them down. Honestly, though, I would love to be sponsored by Absolute Vodka. If you or your family somehow owns Absolute, like, hook us up.
I have any Swedish
the family company.
I have no qualms about being like drinking only Absolute for the rest of my life, if that's like a barrier to entry for that deal. I'd be fine with that. Whew.
Well, you know how that ties into our first story?
It's gonna make you want to drink?
Don't say it.
No, it's so you know who else drinks a lot of vodka, like daily, hourly actually?
Me?
DCEU creatives.
No, come on.
Oh,
hey, zing.
Another zinger for you.
Zing.
That's a zinger.
This is a zing.
I guess.
So our first topic, starting off the podcast, right, is DCEU, of course. We have some big news, actually, that so 3 movies are spinning out of Suicide Squad. We got this official confirmation from the Hollywood Reporter, and they're saying that the Harley Quinn movie is now Gotham City Sirens, there's a Deadshot movie planned, and Suicide Squad 2 is in development. So pretty big stuff here. The thing that sticks out to me, just as a fan, I guess, is Gotham City Sirens, because that's the one I'm most interested in seeing. However, I was interested, and then I found out who the director was, so that also took me back down. But, Luke, what are your thoughts on these new movies being revealed?
Gotham City Sirens interests me a little bit. I just don't know why. I guess just because he has a relationship with Margot Robbie, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe if they give him more time to write a script than 6 weeks.
Well, actually, I will say, this is kind of where I want to interject. I am very interested in this movie, and I'm going to be giving it a chance, because he's not writing it. And I say that I actually enjoy David Ayer's work. I feel like there were a lot of things behind the scenes, and I feel like I'm going to get piled on more in the comments than you guys, because what's interesting is in the DCEU fan landscape, it's kind of shifted from, don't talk shit about it, it was good, to why do you believe that this wasn't David Ayer's vision? Like, it was just a THR report that reported that there was trouble behind the scenes, which I honestly kind of believe. But he's not writing it. It's going to be the chick behind. It's Geneva Robertson-Dworet, who did Tomb Raider, or the Tomb Raider remake, which is currently, I guess, in production with Alicia Vikander, and then the new Sherlock Holmes movie. Those are her 2 big claims to fame, according to the article.
Okay.
So I like David
I thought
Ayer.
she also wrote Shut-In.
No. Different chick. I feel like. That's who was that? Who wrote Shut-In? Because I remember there was a big thing about that. What was she also writing?
I think
I'm going to do some research on this. You guys. Oh, Christina Hodson.
True.
It's a different chick.
I'm interested in Sirens just because it's an interesting premise. Just the idea of taking that comic and adapting it for a movie. I'm not sure how it fits into the DCEU as it stands right now. Of course, that could be a good deal down the road. And I do appreciate David Ayer's work. He makes a lot of really good movies. Suicide Squad, I think, was more a product of Warner Brothers meddling after BVS kind of failed in some regards.
Hiring the trailer company to cut the final cut of your film.
Yeah.
That's
so
not...
I don't know if maybe they'll learn from their lesson again and say, okay, you can have a little bit more to do, but at the same time, Gotham City Sirens isn't exactly like something that I would consider up David Ayer's alley, so it's a little intriguing.
Gotham Street Sirens.
My guess is they kind of felt like the style with which he played Suicide Squad, and even then we don't really know what style he was going to play it with, if you believe the THR report, as I do, because they're a major Hollywood trade, that a lot of what we see in the finished product isn't his vision. So I don't know, because he's a generally pretty dark and gritty and grim director, and that's not what I would expect a Gotham City Sirens movie to be. But I am really interested just because these are largely some characters that haven't really been really explored before. I mean, you could say Catwoman, of course, with Anne Hathaway, and that take on the character where she was more of just like a petty thief, and then Michelle Pfeiffer's character where she was a literally crazy cat lady. Jesus Christ, that Halle Berry, if I even need to talk about that.
We don't need to talk about
playing basketball with, it wasn't Benjamin Bragg, who was it Mark Antony?
Was that even canon to DC? No. She mentioned Gotham City once or something.
Yeah,
I don't think they ever mentioned
it was
Gotham.
Just let's take Halle Berry, and make a movie.
I think, I thought the only connection was like Janus Cosmetics, but I could be wrong on that.
And I mean, you've got Poison Ivy, who, of course, I'm really interested to see how they play it. But this is also going to be really interesting to see where Catwoman is in terms of what actress they cast, I should say. For an older Ben Affleck, would that mean Catwoman maybe is going to be...
like Kate Beckinsale.
Kate Beckinsale, for example, would be a fantastic Catwoman. I've heard some people say Mia Jovovich, which I would not love as much as Kate Beckinsale.
Charlize.
Charlize Theron would be good. I don't think you're going to get her. Sorry. I mean, I feel like if you wanted to skew, maybe looks a little bit younger, but actually, I was thinking like someone in their 30s.
Oh, like Anna Kendrick.
No.
Yeah, Anna Kendrick.
I thought she wanted to be Robin.
She could be.
Let her be Robin.
I don't know.
He's not going to show up.
But
he's just going to die in a flashback.
You've got Margot
So
Robbie,
what are your thoughts on the other movies, though? That we've been talking about this. What's Deadshot and the other Suicide Squad, too?
I mean, never doubt like the power of Will Smith to like carry a goddamn film, but it's good. I'm struggling to think of like what's the Deadshot movie going to be about?
They're going to make it a heist movie.
That'd be dope. Ocean's 14.
No, it's going to be like that movie with Stallone and Arnold.
Oh,
Escape House.
I was going to say
Face Off. Escape. Face Off.
Escape Plan.
Escape Plan. Yeah. Where they're both sitting in this glass jail cell.
I want Face Off now.
That, yeah.
CJ brought it up. I want Face Off.
I want Face Off. Deadshot the face. Him and Two-Face.
Yeah.
There we go. Or him and Two-Face and Clayface. There you go.
He just gets a white dude's face on his face.
He gets the actual Floyd Lawton face. It's like he gets Scott Eastwood's face, but with a small mustache. And there you go. So he looks more like the original Floyd.
Yeah, someone had brought up to me the idea that maybe it could be like some form of a Secret Six movie. I don't know if that would be it, but it would be interesting maybe to kind of go along that line. Say Deadshot maybe teams up with someone from the Suicide Squad, or maybe just another villain in general.
Oh, you mean like El Diablo? Slipknot? No. Shit,
like
who's
Boomerang
alive?
Maybe, just because those two have a really cool repertoire in the comics, and I think that would be cool to actually see replicated. King Shark would be cool. I don't know if he'd make a good teammate.
What about Killer Croc if you can get him to stop
watching
BET?
That'd be a great buddy cop movie.
Yeah, Killer Croc. There we go. I want BET.
They can watch BET.
That's the only words he can say.
It's like
Will
the Deadshot movie
to carry a film.
The Deadshot movie is going to be Friday, but like with Killer Croc and Will Smith's Floyd. It's just going to be the plot of Friday, just with those two.
I guess in general, I just don't know really what you could do with a Deadshot solo movie. I don't know if the character itself lends itself to leading a film, but Will Smith, like TCJ said, Will Smith can, I think. So
what I was briefly thinking of was potentially, it wasn't in Forever Evil. I think it was pretty early in the. It might have been a Forever Evil. There's this one comic issue, and I had to read it for when we did the character bio, and you can actually go look at our character bio of Deadshot. Shameless plug. And we talk about it there. It's this one issue in which it kind of ties back to his origin and like his, how he came to be Deadshot, I guess. But it has to do with like his family and how hard his upbringing was, and I feel like that might be like tied into it. Like his actual backstory, where he wasn't like a kid from the streets; he was actually like rich.
Oh, is that the Forever Evil tie-in?
It must have been. But where he was like rich,
where they did
he accidentally killed his brother while he was trying to kill his like abusive father, and his mother never forgave him, and so he goes back to like kill his father or something. Like it was like in the middle of no. I think it was like in the middle of like a Suicide Squad like issue or something like that. It was just a really weird like detour they took. Somewhere in the New 52, this happened. It was drawn by Greg Capullo. I remember that very distinctly. But yeah, I'll figure it out by the end of the episode and let people know. But I feel like that's going to be involved at some point.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Nick, what do you think?
I don't know. I don't know how to feel about these movies.
How do you think? Well, we haven't talked about the third one yet, but how do you feel about what do you think they could do for Deadshot?
Just make it like Independence Day, where he's like, "Welcome to Earth."
Welcome to Earth. What's funny is he never actually said like Earth. If you go back and watch the movie, he says Earth.
No, but it's a meme.
I know.
Earth.
I know. Welcome to Earth.
It's that way now.
Welcome to Gotham.
Welcome to Gotham.
Gotham.
Why does he say Suicide Squad? What are we, a Suicide Squad in the movie? Why?
Suicide Squad?
Yeah.
They memed themselves.
They memed themselves. That's like that. That's like the best thing about the Honest trailer, and people are gonna feel like this is gonna get like the most hate from people.
Oh, the Honest trailer was
watching.
spot on there.
The Honest trailer literally nailed that fucking nail.
And the BVS one
nailed it to the wall. What?
Dude, that part when they're like, and the mixed reception to Batman v Superman.
Mixed? That was like the best. Mixed. Although
moving on though.
I was gonna say the best part was like the katana, the repeating katana gag.
Why did Rick Flag only say exposition in his screenplay?
This is katana.
That's all he was.
She has my back. I would advise not being killed by her. Her soul attracts the souls of the people she kills.
I guess Rick Flag was country in the movie.
He was. Which is really interesting because it's a Swedish actor. Oh well.
I think we got to move on. Actually, we got to get out of here
to Suicide Squad 2.
No more Suicide Squad. I'm done talking about all these stupid
in case
spinoffs.
Since we didn't get to it, Suicide Squad 2 is also happening.
The next piece of news that we have here is actually regarding the Aquaman movie, and I really like this news a lot. Actually, I'm really hyped for this. So Patrick Wilson was confirmed to be playing Orm, the Ocean Master, in Aquaman. As we don't know if he's going to be a villain or what he's going to be in the movie, but pretty cool actually. So I don't know, CJ, what are your thoughts on this casting?
I love it. I love me some Patrick Wilson. I like him in just about every role that he's in. I feel like he's a lot more multi-talented than people give him credit for. I have not seen the Conjuring movies, which is basically like his calling card, like for the last few years. That's where he's hanging his hat now. But I've heard they're very, very good, and that's kind of what gives me faith for James Wan, even though I'm not sure how he'll be able to tackle like a swashbuckling adventure as he's describing it. But Ocean Master is a really interesting character. I think we all kind of figured he was going to be in the movie in some way, shape, or form. I hesitate to like compare it to like Loki, but I feel like that's the apt comparison. I feel like that's kind of the model for the character, just in the very Shakespearean, like also has a claim to the throne, isn't the king, trying to undermine the king. There's a lot of kind of family drama that could get in there. So I'm really looking forward to it. I feel like he's probably going to be the one that hires Black Manta. Calling my shot, but
oh shit.
Yeah, they still haven't cast Black Manta, so
they should get that Michael Williams, whatever.
Yeah, I want Michael K. Williams. I don't want Michael. Yeah. A lot of people are like Michael Jai White, and I'm like, he'd be okay, but I feel like Michael K. Williams would literally
get Common.
Slay the movie. Common for sure. He's not doing anything else right now.
Yeah,
he died in Suicide Squad. We're good.
Nobody even knew that was him.
No, nobody did.
I forgot that was Common. Thank you.
Well,
Lurk, what are your thoughts on Patrick Wilson, Orm?
Patrick Wilson is cool. I like Ocean Master, so this is a cool casting choice. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah. I can't make too much of a decision because I don't really know.
Don't be so depressed about these movies.
You're right. I don't know what to think about the Aquaman movie because I don't really know what it is. When I see like something tangible with it that gives me an idea of what kind of movie it's going to be, then I can probably give my full thoughts.
We know what it
characters.
is. It's going to be a swashbuckling action adventure like Raiders of the Lost Ark.
And romancing the stone.
Yeah, complete 180 from the original pitch, but
it's all right. It's all right, but no, I mean,
it's all right.
What's really interesting to me is this is just like another like Watchmen actor in the DCEU. Like we're getting basically, it's kind of like funny. People are talking shit about like Rebirth, and like Injustice 2 is now going to have Watchmen characters. It's like some people are talking shit. It's like, well, DC doesn't care. They're just going to keep doing it. Malin Ackerman is probably going to end up playing Catwoman. Jackie Earle Haley is probably going to be Scarecrow. Carla Gugino has already been in the DCEU, I guess. So I would say Carla Gugino would probably be a good, older Catwoman, but she's already been Kellor.
She was Kelex or something.
Kelex.
Whatever.
Key Robot.
Who's that one girl gonna play? That Silk Spectre girl.
Malin Ackerman. I mean, she could be Poison Ivy, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, she could be Robin.
She could be Robin.
Or Batgirl.
She could also be Batgirl. She's a little bit... I mean, I don't know how old she is. I don't know if age is going to do anything to casting, because Batman's been around for a while. Yeah, she's almost... Jesus Christ, she's almost 40.
Or she could be Big Barda.
She could be Big Barda. That'd be dope. Look at all these ideas. That we're coming up with here.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
These are good ideas.
Speaking of Watchmen.
Watchmen?
Well, she gets cast as Livewire.
Oh, she's Black Manta.
What if she's... That's right. We were being sexist and assuming that it could only have been a man.
In this society, we can't afford to be sexist.
Right.
So... Just my closing thoughts on the whole Patrick Wilson casting really quick. I just want to say that I think he's a really good actor and he's super underrated. He doesn't really get a lot of big roles, so hopefully this lets him shine. And because I think it's a really cool way, because I know a lot of people wanted them to get Carl Urban or some big kind of bulky guy for Orm, but I actually really think it's cool that they got someone that's just such a contrast to Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
Just in terms of everything, I guess.
Basically, literal contrast. That's why I'm going to be so interested to see how they play that character. It's going to kind of be pretty interesting, because in the comics, Orm is he's a physical threat. He can match up. He can go toe to toe with Aquaman. He's basically same power set as Aquaman almost. It's it's usually like a heavyweight fight. It'll be interesting to see if they try and take that contrast that they've already got in the choice of actors and kind of mess with Orm's character to really kind of make that more pronounced. But we'll have to see. I mean, like Luke said, it's hard to really, really, really get excited because we don't know what the movie's even going to be like yet. You look at the casting choices and you look at what the director's saying, and it's two completely different things. So I don't know.
I think it's just, I really think it's just going to be a fun afternoon at the movies, like those Pirates of the Caribbean films.
Absolutely. Just, turn your brain off, have fun.
So
that's what it's all about at the end of the day.
That's my 2 cents on it.
You're not thinking it's going to be Aquakino? No Aquakino?
Aquakino?
No Aquakino?
The best underwater film?
So do you guys want to move on to Justice League?
Previously it was Finding Kino was the Aquakino of the underwater movies.
What was Justice
Kino,
League?
What?
Finding Nemo.
Oh. So the last DCEU actual news topic that we have here is that Justice League 2 has been delayed, but it will be directed by Zack Snyder, and supposedly it's to make room for the Batman movie, which we still don't know when that's coming out again. I don't know exactly. Did they say anywhere here where it's coming out, or is it
Justice League 2? No, they haven't said anything. All they said is it's been pushed back from that June 2019 date.
So maybe 2020 then.
Well, I personally think it's only going to move back 6 months. I think it's going to, or 5 months. I think it's going to take that November slot they've got staked out, and just be 2 years after, 2 years after the first Justice League. Kind of pull up.
And this is because Zack Snyder's going off to direct one of his own films now.
Well, it's 50-50. They're doing half. It's because of Batman. They need somewhere to put Batman in. I honestly believe they were really trying to fit Batman in that October 2018 slot. That now, since Aquaman's been delayed from, I think it was June or July to October of 2018, that kind of took that space away from Batman. So now Batman itself is moving from October 2018 to June 2019. Which I guess is all speculative, since they never have given Batman a date in the first place. technically not even announced. But
is Batman even happening? Because I don't know, Ben Affleck keeps saying, well, I don't know, we're not done with the screenplay, but I don't know when we're shooting.
He's taking his time. He's taking his time. But
okay.
Doesn't seem like Warner Brothers is.
But
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, so like Batman took that date. You know, Zach has a few more months to worry about something else, I guess, instead of, he's got 6 months to squeeze in shooting the last photograph that he's only been working on for the last 10 years. But
I remember that getting announced. It just never gotten made.
It's really interesting. They talk about him like starting to have that idea like post like 300. Maybe it's an idea that he had in the back of his mind like even before then. But I mean, it kind of was. It's been kicked around apparently since those 300 days. So, he's been hanging on to it for like quite a while. But it's just something that he's never had time to do, and it's never materialized. But now, maybe it's good to give him like a break, give him some time off, kind of refresh before Justice League 2. But I don't know.
Yeah, give him some time off and see where the DCEU goes from there.
Yeah, I mean, it's really interesting now that they've I'm just like, I'm partially really interested to see where the DCEU goes, like just over the next couple of years, because, it's been so Zack Snyder dominated, like recently, like, we've only gotten, of the 3 movies they've had so far, 2 have been directed by Zack, and now Justice League, which is going to be the 5th movie, is also going to be directed by, so it's 60% Snyder through 2017, which is not necessarily a bad thing, depending on how you feel about the movies. But going forward, like
that is a bad thing.
Through 2018 and now half of 2019, it's not every movie can be directed by Zack. So I think it'll be really interesting to see like the tone that it takes on. Does it follow the tone that he set out and kind of like ascribed to this new franchise, or will it kind of go away from that?
They need to bring back Nolan Kino.
Bring him back. Bring him back.
Bring him back.
Yeah, speaking of which, Dunkirk looks really good. I can't wait for that trailer.
It does. Brief aside, like that poster looks dope.
It looks really cool.
I've been playing a lot of Battlefield 1.
Lurk, what are your thoughts on this? I don't know if you said anything about Justice League delayed and Batman and all that.
Oh, I mean, just another movie delayed. So what else is new? Yeah, Batman is happening, I guess. It hasn't been officially announced, has it?
No, part of it is, as Luke, you did a very good video on this on Saturday. Like, they have not announced any updates to their slate. Literally, we're still running off information that Kevin Sugihara unveiled back in, what was it, like 2015? Like, early
2014, actually.
2014, that he unveiled back in 2014 about the future of WB's DCEU franchise. Like, we're still operating off that information, even though so much has changed. Even though BVS came out and didn't get the critical reception that it expected. Suicide Squad didn't get the critical reception it expected. Like, Flash has lost 2 directors, is probably moving back as well. Aquaman's been delayed. Justice League 2 now delayed. Cyborg, who the hell knows what's happening there?
Yeah.
So
it's just,
we don't know. We just
Stuff seems to be changing, so I
that sounds really depressing when you laid it out like that. You're like, it got bad reception, delayed.
Yeah, we
not true.
We don't
not
know.
True. All of it not true.
All of it, it's not. It's just rumors. But
fake.
Yeah, I don't know. There's still hope. There's still a chance. I don't look at the delays as a bad thing. I think they needed to happen. It would have been worse if they just like rushed the product out. Like Flash. Yeah. Flash is the only movie they haven't announced like a delay for, and that's the one that needs it the most, in my opinion. It's like you've got no director. At least Aquaman is like they've cast their main characters, and they've got a director.
If Flash keeps its date, just expect another Suicide Squad, I guess.
Well, now you're putting words in my mouth, but
they can speed through the Flash production though.
Totes. They can just speed through it, yeah.
Yeah, just go through it real quick. Don't worry about it too much. Just do what you feel is in your heart to be right.
You can write the script in 6 weeks. Don't listen to what conventional...
Hell, you can write it in 3. Challenge them.
How about 6 days?
I wonder if that rumor about the DC doing a new special or like a DCEU special this January for CW, like updating their slate or whatever, like showing stuff, or
I'd love it.
Maybe.
I kind of am curious. Like when did that CW special? I feel like that CW special was announced towards the end of December, wasn't it?
Yeah.
If I'm remembering correctly, and this is like an HN throwback for anybody that is still listening and was around this time last year. I believe that was something that we talked about in the very first HNN. Was the announcement of the DC special. I think that was that's a fun fact for you. But going back to, I think it was like December 21st, 2015. Fun facts.
DC film special.
The DC film CW special was our top story. But
yeah,
sound like an old man. It's been one whole year.
It's almost a year then.
Yeah.
So I mean, but there is a lot that they can announce in that new slate, right? Because they've got Dark Universe, Gotham City Sirens,
Well, they've
Deadshot,
now got 3 Suicide Squad
like
spinoffs. 2 spinoffs and a sequel. Dark Universe
Batman
is going to be on there.
Man of Steel 2.
Man of Steel 2. You know, potentially Cyborg turning into Titans. Lots of things. They really need to. They really do. Just for our sakes, more than anything, so we know what we're talking about.
Yeah, help us out here,
Kevin. If you're listening, and you're not, but just do it.
Jeff, please.
No, Jeff Johns, Bo Duke.
Bo Duke, I will buy you a Luke Duke action figure, Jeff, if you do this special.
Jeff, you must save the DC Extended Universe in order to earn that action
films
figure.
And go back to comics. I liked you better there.
Sad. How cool is it got to be for him though to like see like Aquaman happening when he had a great run on
Not
Aquaman.
that cool when you look at the reviews and the reception and everything.
He hasn't had anything to do yet, but I don't know. We'll see what ends up happening. I think we do have one more news story to talk about though.
Yeah, we have one more topic here. This is more TV leaning, but basically, if you guys didn't know, NBC's Powerless is actually still happening. The DC comedy, or well, we don't know if it's a comedy now, but it was originally pitched as like a comedy thing, kind of like Marvel's Damage Control a bit, like an insurance company thing, Office Space type of show. But we now have a new synopsis because the show kind of got dropped for a while and it came back out of nowhere. And now it seems like they're really changing up the entire show. It's set in like a Wayne security building now, and it seems more like the characters are trying to find their inner hero rather than just be like more of a like existing within a superhero's world. So I don't know, CJ, what are your thoughts on this whole shift?
I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And I was really actually kind of looking forward to this when it was pitched as like, okay, like imagine The Office, but like, it's an insurance company in this world full of superheroes. That idea in and of itself is kind of genius. Like an insurance company. What would an insurance company like be like in that universe? It's one of those things that I feel like regular people don't fucking think about, but that I think about like a lot. Like, what would insurance? How much would you be paying in insurance every like month if you lived in Gotham? Like, how bad would that be? Like, how shitty would an insurance price? Like, you would want to go move to like the middle of nowhere, and even there wouldn't be safe because like Superman's probably gonna blow up your Denny's and your 7-Eleven.
He's gonna fly through your home.
Yeah, sorry, but no. But now they're making it so it's a Wayne Tech subsidiary. It's called Wayne Security. Basically, they develop products to protect ordinary people from collateral damage. And the irony in this, as this Gizmodo article that I read pointed out, the irony in this is that Bruce Wayne is essentially like, I don't want to say like conning people, but he's making money protecting people from himself. It's like, here's have this, this Insta, body shield, or this, full body airbag to protect you whenever Superman and Batman fly through your Denny's. Like if you're working the
Superman
night shift,
flies through you.
Yeah, you're working at the
Superman flies through and twists your neck.
This new set of robotic Wayne Tech legs, but no, this full body suit as seen in Kingdom Come. No, it's just this. It's like if you're working the night shift at the supposedly abandoned wharf, where we're going to be fighting Doomsday. Never fear. Have this kryptonite-lined coffin. But no, it's. I don't like. It's stupid. It's an interesting concept, but like when you examine it closer, it's like, well, is this really better than an insurance company? It's like,
yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of I feel like people are going to say that I'm seizing on a rather irrelevant part of this that's going to be probably not even talked about in the show. But
yeah, I'm sad that, because it's funny, they screened the original pilot, the old version of the show, at San Diego Comic-Con this year, so it kind of sucks that we'll never see that version of it. Like,
and I hear it was decent. Like, it got pretty good reception from what I heard. But I don't know. Maybe they disagreed. Maybe they felt like it didn't get good enough reception. You know, I don't know.
So,
Lurk. I didn't care enough about Powerless to. I didn't care enough about Powerless to have any strong thoughts about it. It sounds lamer, though. I'll give it that.
You're not heartbroken over this?
No, I'm not, because
I am.
I'm just not. There was a trailer for this, wasn't there?
There was a leaked trailer, I think. Yeah.
Okay, I saw that and I watched it. I was like, yeah, this doesn't look too.
I mean, I didn't expect it was going to be good, but you know. Maybe something that I can just.
I'm just saying I can't really say anything too big about it because I never really cared about it. I completely forgot that it was still happening. In all honesty,
I can enjoy a show that's not good as long as it's got like a decent concept and some, you know.
Yeah, like Gotham.
Yeah, I mean, well, no, I can't watch that. That's
too much for me.
And it's petty of me, but I have not forgiven it for like. I've not forgiven it for like just the absolutely terrible writing of like the first half of the first season. I feel like that alone should have like merited it getting canceled. Like
the first half of the first
8 episodes in, it's just awful. It's like for the same reason I haven't consistently watched Arrow since they started claiming our reviews. Like I haven't. It's like back in 2013 when we first started reviewing the show, every episode got fucking claimed, and it was like, nope, I'm just gonna stop watching.
They still get claimed.
Yeah, we can fight them now. Like we know more about fair use. But
we built up courage now. We can
see,
fight
guys, everyone listening, I sit there and watch and review Arrow every week, and the reviews still get claimed by Warner Brothers, and I still continue to do this stupid thing.
That's dedication.
Nick is a better person than I, truly. I think, speaking of asking the viewers things or telling the viewers things, I believe they asked us a lot of things, didn't they?
Yeah, we have some questions here. I'm not sure what Luke didn't write down who sent these questions, so
this is you.
The first question, who is this from? Is there a current Rebirth title that you love? If not, a past one would do.
Yeah, let's figure out who these are from really quickly. But is there a current Rebirth title that you love? If not, a past one would do. I'm really loving Nightwing from Tim Seeley. I feel like, man, what a powerhouse team. Like looking back on like Grayson, like what a powerhouse team Tom King and Tim Seeley were, both of them. Regardless of how you feel about like Tom King's Batman, which I don't think is as bad as some other people on this podcast.
Oh, this is Disciple of Fear too. Yeah,
Disciple of Fear, Nightwing. Like let's just appreciate. Nightwing? I mean, he's finally back in Bloodhaven. I didn't. It's not that I didn't love the first issue, like back in Bloodhaven. It just felt like okay, new readers, if you're jumping on now, here's what our story's been about so far. But we'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm. I feel like this is I'm not sure. This is a tough one. I don't love this title, but I'm consistently reading, I should say, The Flash right now, and also Detective Comics. So I'm not sure I love either one of them, but I really do like them, and they're pretty good. So
for me, Superman. I really love Superman. I really do think it's probably the best one out of all the Rebirth titles for me. It's nice to read Superman and actually like reading Superman again.
It's the good Superman. The good one.
No, like, literally, it is the good Superman.
Yeah. I wish I could read Green Lantern books, but they're just unreadable right now.
#.
I think Green Lanterns is fine, if a little cheesy at times, but I really can't read Hal Jordan. It's just not really that good. Like, I'm sorry, Disciple. I know that you're liking it, but I just can't.
They should have done a Sinestro Rebirth.
It still might.
They should.
Who knows?
Maybe.
Or Red Lantern's Rebirth or something.
Oh, I'll also say this. Wonder Woman's pretty good, too.
Yeah, you have that arc review coming up, too.
That's true. a huge fucking arc review.
That's like 10 months in the
making. We
don't
review comics.
Yeah,
what are you
it's
talking
like
about?
It's like freaking. It's almost like 15 goddamn issues.
Perfect.
Like, come on, dude.
All right. Next question here we have from Waru Crook. He says, "Is DC Superheroes Girls good?" Yes, it is actually. I find it enjoyable, and I actually did buy both of the first graphic novels they released for it. I think there's like 2 volumes. One's like Finals Crisis, the other one's called Hits and Myths, and I think they're cool. Like, I'd like it. So, yeah. I support DC Superhero Girls.
I support it. I did not know Nick was
one episode
as into it as he is.
What?
Luke, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I saw one episode because Nick said it was good, and I watched it, and I was like, "Yeah, this is fine," and then I never watched it again.
That's one more.
Like, it's not to say anything bad about. It's not to say anything bad about it. I'm sure it's fine. It's just I watched it, and I was like, "This is fine. It's definitely not for me, though."
This is fine. That's one more than I've seen. I haven't watched it. I did not know Nick was as into it as he is. That's cool. I'm glad that it's good. Maybe I'll catch up on it someday, but I cannot answer your question, Waru. I hope Nick did that adequately.
Yeah, I would recommend to go watch the webisodes on their YouTube channel. I think there's like over 200 episodes now, and plus they had a
Jesus Christ.
I think they had 2 movie specials that they have aired on Cartoon Network thus far, and they're both good too. So
yeah, I noticed that there was like something about like an alien coming down. It was like Supergirl or something.
Supergirl's already been on there, and Miss Martian rather.
Oh.
So.
They're doing.
So yes, Waru, check it out. Check it out, Waru. That's my plug for Superhero Girls. All right, next question. This is from Scottaplier Pop Cult Fan. He says, "For the next CW crossover that they do you guys think Mongol would be a good formidable foe for all the characters across the show, or maybe a character like Lobo? Lobo, probably not, but I think Mongol could be actually really cool if they did like a Warworld sort of storyline or something."
Yeah, Mongol might be cool. He might be pretty expensive. The more I think about it, though. So
no, just you do a guy in a suit like Doomsday on Smallville.
Oh no, Jesus!
Like I really like Mongol, and I'm sure they could do something interesting with him. But it's just in terms of.
I feel like that might be the next big like crossover villain, and who knows? I don't know. I feel like they definitely could manage it. On their budget, like kind of the aliens didn't look bad in this crossover. They were clearly CG, but I mean they looked very much like the comics.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. Like I guess with all the stuff with Warworld and just the big I don't know, might be kind of hard.
I mean, you could probably pick, looking at it, especially like if you look at how he was in like Young Justice. I feel like you could just pick just a big dude, shave his head bald, maybe dub him over with like a voice actor or something like that.
Yeah, put some foam muscles on there.
Yeah, like
paint him purple.
Put some like clay eyebrows or something.
Oh yes.
Also, side note: Mongol was in one of the recent Justice League action episodes. I liked it. Galaxy Justs.
Yeah.
I need to watch. I need to catch up. He was voiced by John DiMaggio, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Nick doing some
sounded like
great reviews for that show. If you're interested, if you're looking for a place to start, Nick's doing. I think you've reviewed every episode so far, haven't you?
Yeah, there are a couple. Surprisingly, 2 of them have aired in Poland, but nowhere else. So they're
weird.
Haven't been aired in English yet, but I know there's a couple other ones that are out there too.
It's a weird strategy for DC.
I don't know. It'll be out this Friday the day after this goes live. You can check it out.
I don't know, man.
So.
Oh well.
Next question. As Super Friends, who's your favorite DC comic couple? This is coming from Jalen. I think actually Tim is not here with us, but he said that he had a request to say this, that his favorite couple is Nightwing and Starfire.
See, I knew that was going to be his response, and I knew he was going to answer to beat me to the punch, because Jalen, you may not know, everyone else on this that's been on the channel long enough knows the answer. There's one true answer, and that answer is Dick Babs. Dick Babs forever.
Dick Babs forever.
Dick Babs 5 ever. Dick Grayson and Barbara Gordon.
Lurk, what's yours?
I've always been partial to Bruce and Selina. I think that they really complement each other, and they're just, I think, quintessential to vigilante characters in love.
Just fucking with the masks on.
Yes. I wasn't going to go that far,
Thanks,
but
Frank.
I was going to speak more to this. I was going to speak more to the sentimental side, but there you go.
That's
Nailed
exactly
it.
what you were thinking.
No, an all-star Batman and Robin, that was Black Canary.
That's right.
I prefer Selina.
Batman.
But
I'm sure that I'm sure they've done some at some point in the DC universe, whatever.
look, I'm not saying Bruce hasn't, spread his seed everywhere. I'm just saying him and Selina, I think, is
sowed his oats.
couple.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, Dick has done a good bit of sewing over the years.
He's been a teenager for like 4 decades. So
I'm just saying, he and Babs may be it, but he's dabbled in a few other places. That's all I can say.
And by he's been a teenager for 4 decades, I mean he's literally been a teenager for like 8 decades. He's an 8-year-old. He's literally Barnacle Boy.
I think I'll say the two that I like is probably Green Arrow and Black Canary, and Question and Huntress, actually, from the cartoon universe.
It was pretty good. That was a good pairing, actually. I like that.
So yeah, that brings us to our final question this week, also from Waru Crook, if I'm correct. He says, who should be the 6th member to join Damian's Teen Titans? Currently the roster is John Kent Superboy, Maya Ducard Blue Beetle, Static, and someone else?
I think he's asking, like, if of these options, or whoever, like, of these options, who should join.
Oh, he's got options here.
Okay.
Okay, that makes more sense.
I know my answer. There are 2 options I would... actually, hold on. Let me see. I want to Google to make sure I'm right.
Lurk, what do you think?
I would say either Beetle or Static. I think they'd be pretty good.
Yeah, I'll say Static, too.
I'm actually going to choose John Kent Superboy. I like Superboy being in the lineup.
Okay.
I feel like it gives him a heavy... But, I mean, really, you could choose, like, Blue Beetle or Static. Like, are both great options.
Yeah. They would have to do Static a little bit more justice than he originally had in the New 52.
I also feel like John is a little young. That's the only thing that holds me back, is he's the same age as Damian, but Damian, I mean, he's Batman's son. And let's be honest, Damian's a little weird. He's weird. So I feel
Damian's awesome.
You're pandering.
I do like
to
Damian
Wario.
a lot more now, actually, from
He's
the stuff
better.
I've been reading.
Yeah, I can't wait for that Super Sons comic.
Honest to God, the Nightwing comic has made me appreciate Damian a lot more.
You know what's made me appreciate Damian? The Deathstroke comic, because Damian is a dick in that comic, and it's amazing.
Damian's always been a dick.
No, but I mean like a special kind of dick. Like, you don't even know what I'm talking
Like a jackass.
Like,
Wow.
no, God, I don't know how to explain it. Just, if you can find the panel with him in it, read it, because it's like some of the funniest shit he's ever said.
Waru, to answer your question, no, Bunker should not be. Like, let's just not. No disrespect whatsoever. Honestly, like, if you know, I don't know when you jumped on the channel, but this has been brought up a couple of times, and this is another like Hybrid Network trivia moment. There is no single comic book that me and Josh hate more than Scott Lobdell's Teen Titans. I personally think it's maybe the worst comic book ever written.
I don't.
And I've read some schlock, but it's just bad, man. And it's not even Bunker that does it. I feel bad for poor Bunker. It's just I find that he's a shitty B-list version of Green Lantern with like a bad version of Green Lantern's powers. It's like I can create purple bricks that form things.
Yeah, it was like energy bricks.
It's like energy bricks. It's like you're essentially like everybody playing. You're playing with Legos. And half of the time it doesn't work. Like it's like Trigon's loose. I'm gonna create this wall of purple bricks around him. It's like, oh shit, Trigon just brought his arm down and the bricks are gone. Sorry guys. He's gonna build the wall. It's gonna be huge.
He's gonna build a wall. They'll still get in. Trump's plan will have been foiled.
It's because he outsourced it to Bunker. But
Bunker.
But yeah.
No.
So to solve the question for you, it's Damian Wayne, Starfire, Raven, Beast Boy, and Kid Flash. And by the new Kid Flash, I assume they mean... No, actually, it is the new Kid Flash. Holy shit.
It's New Wally.
New Wally, not Old Wally. I was trying to figure out if they meant, like, New Wally or, like, New Old Wally. Or Old New Wally. I don't know.
Yeah, I would say static still. So, yeah,
I would say static, yeah.
Yeah, that's our last question. That brings us to the end of this episode, actually. Episode 60. And even though at the beginning we mentioned how this was going to be a long episode, it ended up being a long episode.
We had a lot of news.
Yeah, there was actually a lot of DC movie news this time. So, yep. If you guys enjoyed this episode, go check out our sponsors, actually, at Loot Crate, and use the promo code BRIDGE10 to get 10% off any new subscription.
Yeah, perfect.
You guys have about 4 days after this goes up to get that Revolution box, so definitely check that out.
Jump on it. It's the link is www.trylootcrate.com/hybrid network. One more time, www.trylootcrate.com/hybrid network. With that promo code BRIDGE10, 10% off any subscription. I think you really
I just said that, goddammit.
I was just streamlining it.
That brings it to the end of the episode. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.